Well, hello, Tube. Today we have The Winter of Our Discontent by Johnny Steinbeck. This book was his last novel, published in 1961. And in it, we follow Ethan Hawley, I don't know, in New Baton, New York, which I think was supposed to be on like Long Island somewhere. And this is about a winter of discontent. No, so we have a gentleman whose father basically lost it all, and Ethan uh, works as a grocery store clerk in the same grocery store that his father owned. Yet now it's a immigrant from, I think it was Italy. So he's working for an immigrant, and Ethan plays it about um, as honest as he can. He's a very honest man, right? And all these people around him, all these people are doing sleazy things and they're getting ahead, but not Ethan. No, 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 not Ethan. And um, like at one point, he kind of, I guess, cracks. He, he's sick of his circumstances. He wants a better life for him and his family, and so he starts doing some things like he called immigration on his. I guess I don't know if these are spoilers or not. So if you want to read this book, just I don't know how else to talk about it. Just assume that some of these things are spoilers or they're all spoilers. So he calls immigration on his boss, and um, I guess it is a spoiler. He gets control of the grocery store. He talks to his friend that works at a bank, and he contemplates robbing the bank to get ahead, but he decides not to do that. Um, there's a he has a small little bit of money from it's his wife's, and he's been sitting on it as just like a security blanket. And the owner of the bank's trying to get him to invest it in some real estate, or where instead the plot of land that the banker wants is the flattest piece of land around. They want to build an airport, but the person that owns it is his childhood friend, and who is also an alcoholic. So instead of giving the money to the banker to invest it, he gives it to the alcoholic who for rehab. And knowing dang well that if you give an alcoholic or a drug user a bunch of money, they're going to end up killing themselves on it. And that's what he did. And his friend left him the land, so he now uh, create gets this plot of land that everybody's looking for, and he just sleazeballs his way into becoming a prominent member of the community. And it's not until his son, who wrote a speech about America, so his son wins this award because the speech is so great, and then it comes to find out that his son um, plagiarized the whole thing and didn't see any problems with it, because that's how everybody gets ahead, is by cheating and lying and stealing. And because of that, he realizes the error of his ways, or the winter of his discontent. And he decides, big spoiler alert now, he decides he's going to go basically kill himself. So he grabs some razors, and his daughter, kind of sensing what it was, got the razors away from him without him realizing it. And so our main guy, he goes walking into the bay. He's gonna, do what he needs to do, and then realizes he doesn't have the razors, and then it kind of ends. So we don't know if he survives or if he ended up drowning, because it kind of made it sound like that he was struggling to get back out of the water. This book, I think I enjoyed it overall. There's some interest. There's some little tidbit here. I'll read a couple tidbits I found interesting. Where's the one? Um, Even if teenage children aren't making a sound, it's quieter when they're gone. They put a boiling in the air around them. As they left, the whole house seemed to sigh and settle. No wonder poltergeists infest only houses with adolescent children. I actually chuckled out loud when I read that. Uh, to be alive is to have scorn. And let's see here. Where's the? We'll be rich soon, and you who handled poverty badly will handle riches badly, and that is true. In poverty she is envious, in riches she may be a snob. Money does not change the sickness, only the symptoms. So, I mean, there's little tidbits of really good writing in it. I thought it was really good writing. Maybe you thought it was cliche and boring, but um I didn't like the ending. Not because how I just so this book is kind of a little bit of a slow burn, and it it all just comes together at the end. Once basically once the cons start, right, it's bam 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 dead. It feels like, and maybe John Steinbeck could sense it. I'm not sure exactly when he died. I should have looked that up. I think I mentioned it in of my cement. Usually, I only do the born and dead and died date thing on the first video I do of the author. But maybe Steinbeck knew that his end was coming soon, so he decided that he just had to finish it. But I don't know. The pacing changed really abruptly, and the whole time I'm thinking he's going to kill himself at some point. Like what? Cause it just had that feeling that that's how it was going to end. It was just going to end with him and he's going to be dead at the end of the book. I just didn't really figure out how. And then the whole deciding to kill himself. Like there's just it just really seems really rushed and kind of unbelievable. I don't know. I just I like the I like the book. I don't think I'll ever read it again. I can't really say there's anything terrible about what happened. And I really struggle. Like I've been putting off doing this video for so long because I read this like 3 weeks ago, and I just didn't know what to say. And finally, I'm like, you know what? I gotta do it. I just gotta sit down and just let the video fall where it falls. And this is what you're getting. This horrible mess. It's no mice and men. Let's put it that way. It's definitely not the worst thing I have read. This. I mean, I finished my reread of Airframe. It's definitely better than Airframe. Um, but this is the second Steinbeck that I've read, and as far as I could tell, this kind of thought of one of his weaker works anyway. So if this is one of his weaker works, I'm going to be doing pretty good when I deep dive into those Library of Americas I got. So it's not all bad. It's not all bad. So that's it for this one piece. Let me know, what do you think of Winter of Our Discontent if you've read it. Did you like it? Did you not like it? I just there were parts in it that I really enjoyed. I just like the last quarter of the book was just it didn't do anything for me. I'll just put it that way. So that's it for this one, peeps. Cheers.